I know that you already have a couple of answers to this, but I thought a video might actually be better for you to understand what's going on in this problem. So let's set up our situation. Joshua had 2/3 as many game cards as Nat. After Joshua bought another 20 cards and Nat lost 29 game cards, Joshua now has 4/5 as many game cards as Nat. And we're trying to find how many game cards did Nat have at first. So the first thing that we want to do is define some variables. So I'm going to say that Josh is going to be J and Nat is going to be N. And our first sentence says that Joshua had 2/3 as many game cards as Nat. So J is going to be equal to 2/3 N. So that's the first thing that we know. We also know that after Josh bought another 20 cards, so he is now the number that he started with plus 20, and Nat lost 29 game cards, so now Nat is at N minus 29. Joshua now has 4/5 the number of game cards as Nat, and with this we can put all this information together and form an equation. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take this Josh plus 20. And so that says J plus 20. But instead of saying J, I'm going to take the other thing that we know about J, which is the 2/3 N. So I'm going to say 2/3 N plus 20. And that's going to represent our new information about Josh. And that's going to be equal to 4/5, which we got from this information right here. 4/5 as many game cards as Nat. So it's going to be 4/5 of what Nat has now, which is N minus 29. Now you're probably sitting there thinking that you don't even want to work this problem now because it has a fraction in it, and I don't actually blame you. But one of the best things about equations is that we can do anything to an equation as long as we do the same thing to both sides. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take both sides of the equation and I'm going to multiply it by the common denominator between our fractions, which would be 15. Now, it's important that you remember that when you multiply that left side by 15, that you're going to use distributive because you have two different parts in there. So I'm going to do 15 times 2/3, which is 10, and plus 15 times 20 is 300. Now, on the other side, although it looks like that we have two parts, we really don't, because our two parts N minus 29 are still grouped together. We're going to leave them grouped that way for a minute and then multiply that 4/5 later. But right now, I just need to do 4/5 times 15, which is going to give me 5 into 15 is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. And then I still have my N minus 29. And so then I'm going to distribute that 12. I'll have 10N plus 300 is equal to 12N minus 348. And I seem to have run out of room, so I'm just going to solve it from there. I'm going to subtract 12N, which will get me a negative 2N. And I'm going to subtract 300, which will get me a negative 648. And then when I divide both sides by negative 2, I'll get that N is equal to positive 324, which is the number of cards that Nate has. I hope this was helpful for you.